Good afternoon, Flosstube.
I'm Little One.
And I'm Lynette here at home sitting on the home front. The date is December 26th. I didn't even have to write it down. It's a Saturday morning. This is episode number 63 of Flosstube, and it has not been 3 months since our last video. So we're doing better than we have in the past. Lots of stuff to show you today. We wanted to come and show you what we've been stitching over our when did we do a last one? December 2nd. Okay, so like 3.5 weeks. We're getting better. So there's been a lot of stitching going along, and we thought we'd share what we've been up to. So first we have some FFOs to show you. You want to go first?
Yep, I think these were both whips last time. Or that
was your only whip last time.
Yeah. It's just a little kit that I had picked up at a freebie table. And I popped it in the frame that was given. Now it's... I can't reach.
Did you notice that I glued the wool on the back?
And then this one, I'm very happy with how it came out. It's me. Oh, I have the picture right here. Do you want me to show it?
Yes, show the picture.
So they're both me.
So I had showed her the, I know you've seen them on Pinterest. There's a Santa Claus, there's a snowman, and then there's a nutcracker. The designer is Beverly Street Shop on Etsy. And so the patterns are like $2 a piece, or you can get all three for $5. So I downloaded the 3-pack because she was going to do Santa or the snowman, one of them. And then I happened to look at the nutcracker and I was like, hey, this kind of looks like you in your band uniform. And so she changed it. Like, she did all the changes and there she is in her band uniform. So, and I have to say, this is the first time that I've finished anything in a 4-inch hoop, and I think all of the things are going to be finished in the 4-inch hoop from now on because it was so easy. So
I'm really happy with how it turned out.
Well, you also have some other FFOs that you didn't know about.
Oh, do I?
Yes, you do. I thought I'd surprise you on video. Here's your first one.
I'll be honest, I forgot about this one.
You did it in Guam, I think. It was that old.
Yeah. This is a frosted pumpkin one.
Oh, we can take the clip off. That's how new it is.
Wow. What's the year? Oh, I didn't put a year on it.
You didn't put a year on it?
No, I didn't. Because
It had to be 2000, probably 18 or 17, because I know you did it in Guam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was about time you got FFO'd. Do you like it? Good. Put it on the tree.
I've got 3 to put on the tree.
Well, you got 4 now, because you forgot about this one.
That one there. This one. Over here. There.
And then there's this one.
Oh, it came out really nice considering how much I hated stitching it. It was the fabric. It was the fabric. It was awful.
Because you did it over one, right?
Yeah. And if I pulled too hard, the thread would like disappear. So I might like restitch it on a different fabric that I like better and then do the rest of the series on that, because I do have some of the other series. Yeah. Where's this gonna go?
I don't know.
Put it over here. We won't see it very much.
So I also finished some of my own ornaments that I can show you. This one I stitched 3 times. And this is the only finish that I have so far. This was the one I was working on in March. It had been in my teacher bag because I was working on it when I was subbing. And it had been in my teacher bag for months and months. And I finally finished it. So he can go on the tree. I think he's dry. I don't know. Some of them might not be dry. This one was a start and a finish, so you guys haven't ever seen it. But it's Peace on Earth. It is from, I totally forget what ornament issue it's from. I know I posted about it on Instagram. I think I need to add a little bow down here to hide the lumpy. But I really like how this one came out. Now this one I had kitted up for years and years and years. So this actually got me a new it freed up a project bag. So, but I'm not going to put him on the tree just yet because I need to add a bow. And then this one I think is also a start and a finish. You guys haven't seen it. This is from the latest issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher, and I absolutely love stitching it. Had a very hard time finishing it though because you can match the brown or you can match the red, and I had some like baker's twine, but it didn't look right because it had white in it, and there's no white in the ornament. So I found the chenille that matched okay, and then I was going to put it around the side, but that looked too much because it's a very simple ornament, so I finally decided to just leave it. Now, I have to say, Becky, who is from Rhode Island, one of the stitchers who stitches with us in the Frugal Yankee group, she stitched this on blue, and she made the trees white, which I think I'm going to have to do. Because I actually did think when I was kitting this up that the trees reminded me, if I had stitched them in white, they would have reminded me of birches. And yeah, Becky's finish was amazing. So I might be stitching this one again and copying her. But it's done for now. So we'll stick it on the tree.
I'm gonna have to get another tree.
Donna Ray said there's plenty of room on this tree for more ornaments. I don't know. And then, is that all for my finishes? That's all for my, oh, no. I have one big finish to show you. That's all for the ornaments. But this is Give Her that I was working on last time. I had started this, I don't know, February or March, with the intent that I was going to outline everything and then just fill everything in for Frugal Yankee. And of course, Frugal Yankee never happened. So then I was filling in during Zoom calls, and I did work on it at East Hill Farm in November. I had no intentions of finishing it, except I had time. I was proctoring 2 online tests, and so I was stitching on it while I was doing that, and realized I was close. So I decided I was going to stop stitching ornaments, and I was going to work on this and try to get it done before the end of the year. And I did. So this is done. I did not use the called for colors. I did Victorian motto substitutions, and I added this row right here. So now it will fit perfectly into an 8x10 frame. I cut the foam core board this morning, so now I just have to lace it up. I have a frame that I think is the perfect color for it. So hopefully next time you see this, it will be an FFO. So that one was
the most FFOs we've had in a while.
I know. Well, this isn't an FFO. So that means my only whip is One Nation. So I am carrying over one whip into the new year, and it was totally a planned carryover. I planned to work on that for the entire year. So that's very exciting to me. I do not like carrying over a lot of projects. I think the most I've ever carried over was 4, and one of those was very close to being finished. So yeah, carrying over 1 is not a bad deal. All right, you don't have any?
I have a finish.
You have a finish? Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you show yours, and then I'll show mine.
So what is this called?
Merry and Minty.
This is Merry and Minty. You'll notice I don't have a whole lot of popcorn on that strand because I'm sick and tired of them.
So we did this together. Obviously, you did yours on 18 count, I think?
I don't know.
And mine is on a scrap of 20 count vintage country mocha. So hers is a little bigger. I really love how her colors pop on the blue.
We changed a lot of colors, didn't we?
Well, yeah, we didn't have any of the call for colors, so we just kind of winged it. So yeah, I also did not like the popcorn. Now this is the thing. Had I waited until all 4 parts were out to start stitching this, I would have cut out the popcorn, and like my ornament would have looked like that, right? So I think I'm going to actually stitch it again because it's really too big, I think. It's too big for like an actual ornament. So I think if you cut this off and maybe leave off the top border even, somebody else did that, then I think it would be a perfect ornament for the tree. And it's, other than, they're terrible. They're not French, I don't know, I winged it, right? And they're lumpy bumpies. So from a distance, it's not so bad. But I would like the ornament even better if I didn't have to cringe at my colonial knots. So, and then I also since found a green that I think I would like even better than this. So I think I will be stitching this one again at some point. All right, is that your only finish?
I think so. Also, this was my first like real stitch along.
It was. And she did pretty good keeping up with it. So we just gotta iron it. And then you gotta figure out how you want to finish it. So I have several other finishes. Because like I said, I've been doing all of the ornaments. I went through, I don't know, a couple days or maybe a few weeks before Christmas and saw that I had kitted up a lot of ornaments and they were taking up project bag space. So I decided I wanted to whip those out and get them done. And so I did this one also from the Just Cross Stitch ornament issue, but I have no idea what year. I had previously stitched this one. So they're a pair. It's on that same material that you didn't like for the squirrels.
Did you like it?
No. No, I did not. So I don't know how I'm going to finish them. They're teeny tiny. They're probably maybe 2 by 2. But that freed up a project bag. If you're interested, I think I put on Instagram what issue or what year those were from. And then I stitched this one again. I had already stitched this a while ago, but I wanted to try it on a different color background. So this is Cricket Collection. It's from the 12 Days of Christmas. And as you can see, I wanted to see if it would fit in a 4-inch hoop, and it does. So I think it's going to stay in the 4-inch hoop and get finished somehow with like a beautiful bow. I just love this cow. I think he's so cute. Mm-hmm. And like I said, this is the second time I've stitched him. I haven't finished the other one either, but I really love him. The actual design has like a row of 8s around here for 8 mates of milking, but obviously I didn't do that because I'm not stitching the whole series. And then I dug out Barnyard Christmas. I had already done the rooster and the horse, and I wanted to get going on these. So I stitched the sheep. Again, I wanted to see if he would fit in a 4-inch hoop, and he does. So he's not finished, but he's going to stay here, I think. I think I'm going to finish them all.
That's cute.
I also did the cow. So these two were finished this year. And they will go nicely with... Apparently I had already stitched the pig, the horse, and the rooster. So I'm not going to do the dog or the cat, which means I just have the chicken left to do, and I will be done with all of these. So I may try to pop that out before the end of the year. I don't know. I have to take a break in between stitching these because this is stitched on that, is it raw linen? It's like sandpaper. So I can only stitch one at a time on there before I have to take a break. So these are in the same bag as the Little House needlework ornaments that you've all seen, and I've made changes to every single one of them. I think these 3 are the only 3 that I'm going to stitch. I do have a couple more. I don't know if I'm going to stitch them or not. And then also in this project bag to match, so I have a lot of finishing to do in this project bag. These are the quilts that I designed for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And I have 4 of them done, and there's more to stitch. So that'll be on the list for next year, I think. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll get the whole kit and caboodle done next year. I don't know, we'll see. I started that in Guam, so 2017,
It's been 3 years.
2018, I think that series came out. So yeah, it's time to get those done and on a farmhouse tree. All right, so I think that was all my finishes. That was enough, wasn't it? All right, you want to show your whips?
The whips. Alright, this first one I feel really bad because I didn't show it last time because I completely forgot about it. Poor Freddy. It's a Dimensions kit. And I don't know how much progress, I don't even know when the last time I showed this was. But I've been working on the books over here, and I need to find a different color for the lighter part of this book because it's too similar to the outline. So I have to do that at some point, and then at some point during a movie I can just fill it in. I've got a long way to go in this one. And then the next one is a Christmas ornament. Oh, it's got a little picture there.
And that is just cross-stitch ornament issue from 2019.
Nice and new. I don't have a lot done on it. I have some of the, I've got a little snowflake right here, but I don't think the camera's picking that up. So I'm going to try to finish that before the new year. And I'll have to figure out, I think I know what my New Year's start is going to be.
What?
I think it's going to be the maroon and gold treble clef.
Oh, yeah, that was last year's Christmas gift. And as I said, the only whip that I have is One Nation, and I actually haven't picked it up this month. The last time I worked on it was at East Hill. So yeah, no whips to show you guys until next time. All right, you want to talk about haul?
Sure. I got some Christmas gifts. I got some needles and some fabric. It's got like little swirls in it. And then I got a Hufflepuff project bag because as you can see.
She's a Hufflepuff girl.
Yeah.
So that bag came from Nicole's Needleworks on Etsy. And while I was ordering that, I ordered one for me, which I absolutely love these birds. So I have made a lot of these project bags. I made a lot of them in Guam. And it's been so long that I think it would be like starting over for me to make them because I'm out of practice. And so I decided that between the time it would take me to get back into the swing of things and the frustration that I would experience, it was not worth it to make them right now. So, but I have a lot of Christmas bags, I have a lot of bee bags, but I don't have a lot of general purpose bags. And so I thought this would be good for spring projects or fall projects. So I picked that one up for me. And then I picked also from... It's by Lakewind Studio on Etsy. I picked up this pair of beautiful bags.
Is that to like keep flossing?
Yeah, floss and scissors and stuff. Or you could use it for, a small project. Mm-hmm. So I'm excited about those because my 2021 plans are, they're never set in stone. They're penciled in. And so I'm actually going to be doing a separate video on all of my 2021 plans because I knew our camera only lets us shoot 30 minutes and I knew there wouldn't be enough time to do both. Mm-hmm. So be on the lookout for that. I may be even in the same outfit because I might film it right after this one. It's going to take me a while to get all my stuff out. Well,
there's the Harry Potter thing that you got me last year too.
Mm.
Could do it.
Oh, the project, yeah.
The big one.
Yeah. You could put that in that bag.
Okay.
Maybe that should be your New Year's start.
I already have a big project.
I was going to say, maybe you should finish Freddy first. All right, so the only other thing that I want to tell you about is the Stitch In at East Hill Farm. Registration has officially opened. That is going to be next November. I will link below the Facebook page. So if you want more information, if you want to see pictures of the farm and pictures of some of the rooms, you can head on over to the Facebook page. Also on the page is the link with all of the information about pricing and the number to call at East Hill Farm to make your reservations. You cannot make reservations online. It has to be a phone call through them. So I will put the link to the Facebook group below. I did talk about it in the last video. I don't remember what I said because registration wasn't open at that time. So basically what we're hoping for is to fill the entire facility. They have guest houses, they have cabins, and they can fit up to 90 people. And so we are hoping that the world will be back to somewhat normal by November and that we can absolutely fill the farm with cross-stitchers. They have hosted knitting groups for a while. I know they host all kinds of groups like square dancers. It's just a great facility for that. And so we want to fill it with cross-stitchers. It's in Troy, New Hampshire, which is the middle of nowhere, right? We would love for you to come from outside of New England, but know that you're not going to be able to get a shuttle from the airport. This is a fly in and rent a car and drive on back roads in the middle of nowhere kind of retreat. It's probably... I didn't look it up, but you could fly into Manchester, New Hampshire. You could also probably fly into Bradley and Hartford and just shoot up 91 North. So it might be maybe an hour and a half drive from the airports. I'd have to look it up. I haven't figured that out. But it's a fantastic facility. They do have a large dining area. That will be the large stitching group. It will be in the same vicinity as the dining area. We will not be able to fit 90 stitchers in the large stitching area, but there are smaller living room areas and common areas in every building on the farm. So if you have never been to a retreat because you do not like large crowds, this is a perfect one for you to come to because there'll be an opportunity for you to meet people in smaller groups. The food is amazing. 6 meals are included. I'm just really looking forward to it, and I hope that it's such a success that we get to do it every year going forward. It's the ideal setup, I think, because I don't have to do any work as far as taking deposits and, taking registrations. Honestly, I have no idea who's coming. Everything is done through East Hill, so I don't have to worry about, time or money. So I really hope that we get to do it again in the future. I don't want to announce anything out of turn, but hopefully it looks like we are going to have a vendor on site with charts and flosses and all of that good stuff. So that's going to be great. I'm just looking forward to it. So I encourage you, if you're interested, join the Facebook group. like I said, I will post it down below and head on over and get more information there. All right, we are at 25 minutes. See, I knew I wouldn't have time to do my plans. So, well, you're not doing plans, are you?
No, it's mainly I do a project, and then when I finish it, I go through the rest of my projects to see what I want to do next.
So, it will probably just be me in the 2021 plans video. So I'll come back and do that. That will hopefully be posted also before the new year. If not, it'll be close. So we wish you a very happy new year and more normal 2021. Here's what we're hoping for. All right, everyone. Happy stitching.